Hello and welcome back to Gary's Classics, episode 2, Sunbeam Sport recommissioning. So, as you'll have seen on my previous video, the car's all jacked up now and I'm going to attempt to start cleaning the underseal off under the arches. Now I have just had a quick little go and it's tougher than what you think. This is going to be a job and a half and I'm in two minds whether to do it or not. My tools of choice: chisel, old wood chisel, a smaller wood chisel, a screwdriver, probably a hammer and a load of hassle. However, I just thought, I tried a bit here, you can't really see, but I had a right job getting it off. I thought this could be a nightmare. So I just went round the edges and to my horror, I found a hole. Unbelievable. And I'll show you in a minute with the video. I'll have to get a light on it. But it just goes to show, hidden under the underseal, it looked perfect. And I thought that looks a bit like the paint's flaking off. Screw went like that, jump, disappeared. I thought, well, this is not a good start, but it is 50 years old, 1971, 54 years old, same age as me. I'm getting a bit rough around the edges, wrinkles are showing, cracks are showing. We've got a bit of rot here, and that's the chisel, just disappears in the hole. If I can find it, it says. There, screw, chisel. So, got a bit of welding to do. That means taking all the inside out, which I was going to do anyway, but probably not all of that. But that's in the wheel arch. So I'll have to take the lining out. But let's just quickly spin the camera around and show you this, what I've just found. Look at that. Rot. And as I went, it just looks a bit dodgy there, like that. Flake it. Flipped it off and in a big hole. Unfortunately, further down is all good, so I'm going to have to clean all this rust off, cut a piece out, however far it goes, and I'm going to have to weld that up, aren't I? Because I can't leave that like that. But the rest does look pretty good. So I'm undecided what to do. Whether I just try and scrape it off where the joint is, because this is all solid. All up there solid. So, anyway, first port of call. I'm going to expose a bit more. I probably will take the whole underseal off now, because it's concerning me that I found that and I didn't know I had it, so what else am I hiding? So the next port of call is strip the underseal off. So I'll get my gloves back on and away we go. So as you can see, a little bit more of a horror coming. Bit damp just there. And then on the inner arch, underneath, bit of surface, all hidden behind the underseal. So 5 minutes in, my arm's dropping off. This is going to be a long job. So, one at a time, get it cleaned up, stripped out inside, get it welded up, get it rust treated, and then red oxided before we start stripping the suspension off. Last job that. As you can see down here, it's a little bit tougher because this is where it flaked off when I did the original restoration 20 years ago. So it's lasted well, but it just goes to show, even though my underseal looks mint, particularly on that seam, it's very wet. So it's all going to have to come off on all four corners. Might even do the floor pan yet. I'll see how I feel. But if I'm going to go to this extent, I may as well do the whole thing properly again. and have it super mint, and it'll last me another 20 years, which I'll be 75, and I'll probably be passing it on by then if I'm still around. So onwards and upwards, let's carry on stripping. Okay folks, so it's now 25 to 4 and I started at 2:30, so 3:30, an hour. I've now ended up with a pile of ilmenite dust. This is all the original underseal, and I've not really found too many horrors. So as I said before, we've got that one there, which looks worse than it is, but it's not that long, it's about 3 inches long. I've also found a little bit just there, so I need to take my seats out anyway and have a look at that. But apart from that, the rest, a little bit of surface there, but it's very, very good. A little bit of surface there, nothing major, but all the inner arches, really good. Just a little bit of surface. I've got a bit of bubbling on the arch, so I'll just grind that all out, because you can see all the original spot welds. So I want to keep them really, but I think I might have put a piece in there last, so I'll get the grinder and take that edge off, get any surface rust out if there is, split the joint, get the rust out if there is, and then retreat it and clamp it back together with a bit of sealer in it. But all in all, that's my worst bit. So after 50 years and 20 years of it being done, I can't really complain. It's been out in all weathers. It's not been mollycoddled, as people will know. My big debate now is, do I do all of that under there? And I'm tending to say yes, because what I found here, the surface hidden, might be the next job. And then obviously I've got to do all the front then, which is going to be a bit of a challenge, but I think it shouldn't, I shouldn't think there's any rot in there, because it's nothing's flaking. So I think I will just do like I say and take everything off. So I'm going to wipe this. I'm going to have a hoover up first, because I hate a mess, and then I'm going to wipe it all off with thinners, get any of the black residue off, and then I can just start stripping the inside out. Well, you can see there I've chipped me thing where I hit it with the hammer. So I'm going to get my seat out next, my inner seat and my inner thing, and then I'll start cleaning that up, ready for welding up this week. Get this side all done, red oxide it, leave it then, and then move along to the front. And I'll do all 4 wheel arches first, and then I will do the floor pan, I think, last, and all the front, because I've got to take all the front suspension off. So once I've done 4 wheel arches, I'm going to move to the front and work from the front to the back, and leave the engine bay, everything to the very last. Because I'm stuck for space. If I start taking loads of stuff off, I'll end up stuck for space. So the plan is wheel arches. Number 1, this one, get it repaired, get all the surface rust cleaned off, bit of rust eater on it, and then red leaded primer, and then move on to the passenger front and work my way around. So that's it for now. I'll come back very shortly when we've cleaned up and you can have a proper look at the condition. So we're stripped out inside, found a little bit of corrosion just there, so it's not so bad, not near the heater hose, so we can hold that out the way. And then obviously that little bit just there I need to address, but all in all, we're all stripped out. I'm going to disconnect the battery and yeah, give it a bit of a clean up. So we're just ready now. Had enough tonight, got to put the Fiesta away, cover that up. Next job, get under there, start getting the wheel out and get rid of the surface rust. This bit here is where I've cleaned the paint off in the past, and I've put the new stone chip on, and I can't get it off. It's adhered really well on these corners, down here as well. So I need to get the wire wheel on that and get that off. And then I'll just clean up here what needs to be cut out, inside and out, and I'll repatch that up in the same with the other bit. Do this wheel arch, and then that's that side done. So that'll be this week's task. For saying that, it's Sunday the 21st, so Christmas Eve 23rd, 4th, isn't it? So I don't think I'll get much more done. But anyway, we'll call that a night, and we'll catch up next time when we do the repairs. Now it's time for the passenger front. It's a bit of a task, it takes forever, but it needs to be done. As you'll see, the corrosion I found hidden underneath, and I didn't even know I had any corrosion whatsoever. So it just goes to show, factory underseal is great till you get a crack in it and you don't realise. Water seeps in, especially when you use it in all weathers, and before you know it, well, you all saw the chisel, my chosen tool, disappeared. So hopefully when we do the others we won't see any more of that. Fingers crossed, but you never know what we find, and we'll have to deal with what we deal with as we find it. So first thing I'm going to do now is crack on with the passenger front, and make a start of that. I don't know where I'm going to start, whether I start at the front of the car or the door side. I'll have a quick butchers before I start the video, and we'll crack on. Well, that was a mammoth task, as ever. So I've got another pile of Hillman Imperial underseal, or Sunbeam roots. Having said that, underneath the arch, oh my God, it's mint. It's mint. I couldn't be any happier. It's a bit dark in there, but no rot whatsoever. Very, very tiny little bit just up there, where the top section meets the bottom. Just about point out near there, but it's next to nothing. I've got to take the spring off, obviously, to get behind that, but it's all perfect. So I'm well happy. No welding. Glad I did it. It took me just over an hour again. My arms like Popeye, blooming killing me. But anyway, next part is doing under the floor pan. I'm going to make a start of that, I think. It's only 12:30. I'll have another hour, then I'll go in for some lunch. Fiesta's all cleaned up, ready for its MOT, and it's run out tomorrow, and then MOT in the week. So I'm going to crack on with the underneath. Well, as you'll have seen on the time lapse, it's hard going this, especially on your back. However, the floor pan is mint. This here is where it was all loose in the past, so I have to get the bench grinder, the grinder on that, I think, and the wire wheel. But the floor, there's just no rust. A little bit of surface just there, but it's nothing. It's absolutely mint. So I'm nearly I say 2/3 over the front floor pan, and then I'll start the back. If I can get this side done today and as much around there as I can, then I'll be happy. I'll have to reposition the axle stand, but it's hard going. It's now time is it? 1:45. I've been at it 10 minutes, so it's not done too bad. It's coming off pretty good because it's so hard, the chisel and the hammer, so it's just a bit of perseverance, but I'll get there in the end. Anyway, next time you'll see it, there'll be I've changed tack. I'm going to take all the underseal off first before I start any of the welding, because I know exactly where I'm at then from a fabrication point of view, and then I'll start tackling the bits I need to do, then I know where I'm at. But I'll get the dirty work done out the way first, which is the important thing in my floor. All tidied up. But we'll resume back once I've had enough in the next half an hour or so. Speak to you soon. Okay, so 1.25 hours of my life I won't get back. But just look at that floor pan. It's just amazing. No major rot. A little bit of surface rust, which I can live with. You know, it's 50 years old. It looks worse than it is. It's just surface, so I'll get underneath another day. I've had enough now. My arms are dropping off. but still got original sills on this car. You can see there they have the pressing. I did stone chip them, so I'm going to sand all that off and redo it all again. I'll stone chip the bottom edge because it just, you can just see there, stops the chips coming along, plus running the mud flaps makes a big difference. But the sill edge, cleaned all that up in the past, it's just amazing. Absolutely solid as a rock. So, next job, one thinks, is drop this front suspension off. That's not today, I've had enough today. That's a tomorrow job after I come back from my car meet. Drop the front suspension off, clean all that front bit off and that front wheel arch. That just leaves me then with the past driver's floor and the rear wheel arch there. And that's the biggest job out of the way. Then I'll start tackling with the wire wheel, cleaning it all up, get all the surface rust off, treat it all, and then start my repairs where needed. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this part 2 of this Sunbeam recommissioning. Look at all that lot to do. Now there's a big pile, even a bigger pile of stuff to clear up. So till the next one, which will be suspension removal and more stripping of underseal. Take care and all the very best for 2026.